There are just one or two performers, session guests, who have a season ticket to these programmes, if you like. Loudon Wainwright is one, and another is tonight's live turn. I'm delighted to say he's here for his annual visit, Richard Thompson.
He was a species on the verge of extinction. She was an Air New Zealand hostess. They were mystically joined, like rabbits and Landau, like Pinky and Perky, like Porgy and Bess. Oh, he loved the pursuit and the romance, but the details were more of a chore. When the bride's veil lifted, his mind soon drifted. At least that's what happened before. Let it blow, let it snow, let the mercury bubble and dive. Life's little traumas, courtroom dramas remind me I'm glad I'm alive. Oh, she loved the clean king of glasses when the toast was to nobles and princes. In the conjugal nest, she was seen at her best with a keen eye for curtains and chintzes. She had all of the furniture ordered by the time they were naming the date. And her mother came speeding from distant Dunedin to help with the flowers and cake. Let it blow, let it snow, let the mercury bubble and dive. Life's little traumas and courtroom dramas remind me I'm glad I'm alive. And at the chapel of partial remembrance, the ushers went into a seizure. Mr. Bacchus, they said, should we stand on our heads? Would sackcloth and ashes displease you? And they honeymooned down in Ibiza, where the sun and the nightlife were hot. As she lay on the sand, he said, isn't it grand? I bring all of my wives to this spot. Let it blow, let it snow, let the mercury bubble and dive. Life's little traumas, courtroom dramas remind me I'm glad I'm alive. And a life of volcanic activity left him nothing to spout but hot air. A long interruption since his last eruption was disguised, but devil may care. But some charm and some skill and maneuver had him rising to meet the occasion. And once they found bliss, but news of the tryst got to Fleet Street and caused a sensation. Let it blow, let it snow, let the mercury bubble and dive. Life's little traumas and courtroom dramas remind me I'm glad I'm alive. And the press were baying for blood now. They gave him a week at the most. We were all glad to see it reach weeks 2 and 3, but the 4th week, the whole thing was toast. So she dragged her tail back to New Zealand with threats of hard court and revenge. Meanwhile, his eye did stray to the ample bustier of a novelty dancer from Penge. Let it blow, let it snow, let the mercury bubble and dive. Life's little traumas and courtroom dramas remind me I'm glad I'm alive. Hey, 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 let it blow, let it snow, let the mercury bubble and dive. Life's little traumas and courtroom dramas remind me I'm glad I'm alive.
Richard Thompson, live here on the Kershaw programme on Radio 3 with Let It Blow. Richard, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Andy. Thank you.
It must be your first comic song in many a year, is it?
Well, comic. Well, I do a lot of.
I was actually having to stop myself laughing.
Oh, come on! I do a lot of more humorous stuff live, but it's stuff that I don't put on records because I just think a lot of funny songs that you get kind of sick of and you start skipping over them, Yeah, I think when the humour's sort of integrated into the song, along with the sort of the dark stuff, I think that works quite well.
Oh, the thing about Novelty Dancer from Penge.
Yep, there must be one.
Front Parlour Ballads, your new record. It's on Cooking Vinyl, released on the 8th of August. Why have you called it that? It evokes that kind of, the type of song, was some chap used to lean on the grand piano and everybody would gather around and he'd sing some song about orphan kids or a similar thing.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there is that overtone, which is a little ironic, I suppose. I think I wanted it to be a title that suggests intimacy. Really. It's a small room record. When I was singing it, I was thinking, well, I'm singing this to one person. I'm not singing to a room full of people or a blooming stadium. This is small stuff.
And you made it in your garage at your
I did,
house
yeah.
in
Speaking of small
California,
rooms, yeah, that's I think my garage is about 8 by 7, or the room I've got carved in my garage. So it's a very small studio. Yeah, all my own work. I used a percussionist on 2 tracks.
But that was the only other musician who appears on it.
Yeah, it's the only other one I could physically get in the room.
And why did you decide to make a record this way, this time?
Well, I've always been a bit scared of home recording. I've never done demos. I've never even made sort of cassettes of stuff. No, because I always thought, well, I'm going to save it for the performance. So we're going to go into a proper studio and we're going to do the performance and do it live and do it as fast as possible and not mess around. I always had the Protestant work ethic attitude to recording. But at a certain point, the technology is such that I can get everything on my laptop. I can get a recording studio on my laptop. And I thought, well, I'll just try some stuff because I've got this record that's going to be basically solo and acoustic. And it's lonely going to a big studio on your own. I don't really like that experience. It's nice.
And expensive too.
Yeah, bloody expensive. And if you don't have the camaraderie of other people, it's a bit of a chore. So I thought, well, I'll try it at home. So I just started recording a few things, and it sounded fine. I thought, well, hey, I'll just put another guitar on that one, and hey, that's fun. I'll put a mandolin on this, and it was a very nice organic process. Easy.
And you say that this is the kind of album that your fans have been really asking for. They want to hear the squeak of the fingers on the strings, and
well, sort of, yeah. People ask for less produced records. I've been guilty of overproducing records in the past, or somebody else has on my behalf.
Well, the Mitchell Froome years, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I like some of those records, but I know that the fans don't. So that this is very pared down. This is pretty basic stuff.
Does this mean you won't make another band record?
No, I will. Well, the next record I make will be a band record.
All right, okay.
So the next record I will go to a bigger studio and we'll get the lads and we'll work 10 till 6 and we'll knock off at exactly 6 o'clock.
Right. Just to go back to that song, was that a true story? Was it something you read in the newspaper, or?
It's based on a couple of people I know. It's sort of rock and roll kind of people. I suppose it's about incurable romantic. Who doesn't see the chaos that's just going all around him, doesn't see the stuff flying, it's in his total world of his own. And there's a few people like that I've worked with over the years. No names.
Go on then, let's have another one. Also appearing on your new CD, this one.
Yes.
And it's called Old Thames Side. Tell us about that.
Old Thames Side is just a simple love song, dare I say. Nothing to say about it, I suppose, it sounds like it's based on an older model, which it probably is, it sounds that kind of, it's very much in the tradition.
Okay.
As I was walking down by Old Thames Side, well, my foot and my heart seemed to falter. For there you were standing by a custom house landing, like Venus rising out of the water. And they'll say it's because I'm a fool in love. that I swear there's no beauty before you. Those that deny you think that I lie. Well, those are the ones who never saw you. Never was anyone so perfect as you. As you stood there and you smiled to greet me, I searched for a phrase to capture your ways. That's a task always defeat me. And I'd say it's because I'm a fool in love, that I swear there's no beauty before you. Those that deny you think that I lie. Well, those are the ones who never saw you. Those are the ones who never saw you. Sometimes I long for the solitary life. Parents long gone, no kids, no wife. Sister somewhere in Australia, never did keep in touch. And sex no more than a how'd you do, with a couple of tidbits in the loo. Socially a bit of a failure, nice not to have to try too much. Oh, a solitary life, a life of small horizons, dull as the pewter skies over North and West 11. A solitary life, a life of small horizons, dull as the gunmetal skies over North and West 11. And a serious hobby in the garden shed, model railway, soldiers in lead. Join the suburban boffins of Britain, experts on trivial things. On holidays in the Yorkshire Dales, or cycling tours of the north of Wales. Unenvious of those flea-bitten on continental flings. Oh, a solitary life, a life of small horizons, dull as the pewter skies over North and West 11. And excitement comes by subtle means, the satisfaction of routines, small revenges at the office, smug little victories. You work on your pallor, complexion like paste, like the grey defeat on an inmate's face. A life spent adding losses and profits, resigning by degrees. A solitary life, a life of small horizons, dull as the pewter skies over north and west 11. And come to the end, sad and alone, a steady, reliable tumor you've grown from selfish years, while your peers are stressfully jogged to health. In life you always were quite numb, and foggy now you soon succumb. In drab St. Bart's on the new bypass, death overcomes by stealth. A solitary life, a life of small horizons, dull as the pewter skies of a north and west 11. A solitary life, a life of small horizons, dull as the gunmetal skies of a north and west 11.
A Solitary Life, Richard Thompson, live here in the studio, and a version of that song is on Richard's new record, Front Parlour Ballads, for the Cooking Vinyl label. Richard, there's another album as well out at the moment, so it came out fairly recently, the Live in Austin album.
Live in Austin. Well, there's a million things coming out this year. Yeah, that was kind of twinned with a DVD, a live DVD. There's also a Werner Herzog soundtrack coming out in.
You've written a soundtrack.
Yeah, which comes out in September for the film called Grizzly Man. It's a very interesting show, very interesting film. I mean, about this fellow who lived with the grizzly bears for 13 years, and they finally ate him. And yeah,
I'm sorry, it's gratitude for you.
Yeah, I know. You know, and it's the guy's footage that he shot, and then Werner Herzog has taken that and turned it into a documentary. It's a riveting piece of stuff. I've also got a box set coming out in January, February.
Have you?
Yeah.
Was this a fledgling thing?
This is it's not fledgling. It's free read.
Oh yeah, okay.
People who did the Fairport box, etc. Who do a really great job.
Yeah, beautiful job they did on that. Well, they both do, fledgling as well.
Yeah.
And what is it? Just like a history of, or is it taking a particular theme?
There's a theme to each disc, so hopefully there's something for everybody. It's a 5-disc plus bonus disc thing. So it's a lot of material. It's a lot of work for those chaps to put together.
And for the professional anorak like myself, is there plenty of previously unheard and unreleased stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it's anorak heaven.
Great.
Yes, indeed.
Perhaps you should come with a free anorak.
What a marketing tool that would be.
So you're now making your records at home in the garage in Santa Monica, is it?
Yep, thereabouts.
Are you spending much time here at all these days in the UK?
Yeah, I'm always in the UK.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm over, at least twice a year anyway, and then I'm usually over, at least one more time or two more times, for work. So, I'm backwards and forwards. I never quite lose touch with the culture, Well, plus the great thing about, life these days is I can sit in Santa Monica and, I can stream you, Andy, I can hear you live on my computer, So, I can listen to the Archers should I choose, it's just great, you're never that far away.
Because, I think that's the thing I would miss more than, not my own radio programme, for goodness sakes. I think that's the thing that I would miss more than anything else. If I did live in another country, it would be like the quality media of this country. It'd be like, the BBC, and it would be, certain broadsheet newspapers and
well,
Private Eye, I have to say.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah, you can get all that stuff now. You can get the English newspapers printed in the US. It's not. It's like a it's like a facsimile copy. You can get those the same day now.
Right.
You can get all the radio. Plus, Santa Monica. There's 50,000 Brits live in Santa Monica.
Are there really?
Well, all those Brits who work in the film business and the TV business. So there's like 5 pubs. There's 6 tea rooms. It's embarrassing. If you really must have a game of darts, there's people who will take you on.
And then you can go home and sit there and listen to you and yours.
You can indeed.
Money Box Live.
It's great, yeah.
As far as a kind of sense of belonging is concerned, where do you feel these days that you belong?
Well, I'm still British, whatever that means. I treat America in a very colonial fashion,
Quite right too.
Outpost of the empire, as far as I'm concerned. Musically, I carry a kind of a British landscape around with me, a sort of internal landscape, and I don't think that goes away. I can't write a song that's set in Los Angeles; it just doesn't work. So, I'll write a song and. That old landscape just sort of crops up over and over again.
Where do you think that is? I mean, you've lived there for a long time, and you can't write a song about or set in Los Angeles.
Well, I think I deliberately chose someone to live that's culturally very bland. So it doesn't impose a culture on you. If you lived in New Orleans or something, you'd be influenced by the culture, and you'd want to embrace it. And I'd end up making sort of Professor Longhair records.
Not a bad idea,
Richard. Not a bad idea. Hey, how about that? but Los Angeles, I'm not going to be influenced by Jan and Dean too much. So there's nothing really there. You can be who you want to be. You can be Korean, or you can be Lithuanian, or whatever. In that landscape, and it's, to me, it's just like an extension of England with slightly better weather.
Richard, it's been nice to see you again. Thanks very much for coming and doing it.
Thank you, Andy. My pleasure.
Your annual visit, and please play us one more before you go. What you're going to finish with?
I'll finish with a song called "For Whose Sake." Did I deliver sighs of love and vows forever for whose sake, did I learn real from true? First times, what a scene you left behind. Skin shed and bitter muscles said, and now you shine your little star. And did you come so far? Are you who you think you are? For whose sake, did I surrender vows of love and sighs forever? For whose sake, I know your lines and I know your signs, but I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you.
Always a pleasure. Richard Thompson playing live for us here on BBC Radio 3. And that final one there from Richard was called For Whose Sake. And, I think our Ian will be booking him in for his 2006 session as he leaves the premises.